My name is Filip Lampell, come from Sweden, Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, and I came here to represent my grandfather, Sven Lampell, who passed away about 5 years ago, and he was here for the Red Cross just before the war started. He wrote a book about the whole experience, so that's I know pretty much about it. He was here for the Red Cross for disaster aid with the cyclone had come, and then the fighting became more and more fighting from the West Pakistani army. And so when it actually came to being a war, when India engaged in this, he asked both sides if actually this hotel could be the headquarters for the neutral zone, and both parts agreed on that. So this place actually is where he stayed for the whole time, and there's he writes about a lot of things that happened, but one of the most spectacular things I think is the government realized that they were in a bad position, so they came to my grandfather and asked for protection in this neutral zone, but since they were government of one of the parts in the war, he could not grant them this protection unless they resigned. So at the government building at the time, he went there, and the place was on fire, as he writes, and the Indian Air Force were bombing constantly. And while they were bombing, he met it was 12 people, I think, in the government building, and he made them write on a piece of paper their resignation to be able to take them into the neutral zone. And in his book, there's actually a copy of this paper where they all have signed, and also one condition is in this resignation was that when the war is over, they will be put to trial in a civil court afterwards. So that's and then once they had signed this document, he could offer them some protection here, and that's one of the most exciting things I think about it. Then there was lots of Red Cross missions across Dhaka and outside of Dhaka. He was around the world with the Red Cross in disaster areas. So he told me a lot about it. Of course, not very good things, because he came when the disaster had struck already. But Bangladesh, I think we had a quite not so good picture of it, because he was here when it was at its worst, hell on earth, so to speak, and it was when it became clear that I was going to come here, I did not know what to expect, really. I tried to read about it and so, but lots of horrible war crimes he told me about, and I think hell on earth was one of the descriptions at the time. I don't remember him telling me this specifically, but when they gathered the intellectuals, there was this rumor in Dhaka that this was going on. People came here to the Red Cross to alarm about this, but he couldn't do anything at the moment. But a few days later, he found out where this was supposed to have taken place, and he says it's an undescribable scene that met him when he arrived at this field behind some wall. He said, and it was this field, and really horrendous crimes. Yes, I'll leave it at that. Oh, it's a great honor, of course, and especially so many amazing people I met who have done so much. It feels I'm very how do you say? It's an honor, and since I'm here for my grandfather, I'm very, very impressed how all these people fought for this cause. And in Sweden, we really, it's strange, but I don't think the common knowledge about this genocide is very, we don't know much about it for some reason. Some fought for it back in '71, but it hasn't, if you compare to the, of course it's closer in Europe, but compared to the Holocaust in Germany and Europe, I mean this we talk millions of people, and we know very little about it.